Hi, welcome to my channel, The Essence of Clarity. My name is Sabine Straver. I'm a professional organizer and I talk about anything to do with organizing and decluttering. Today we're talking about how to organize your makeup. So I have started this channel a little while ago and you can see yourself on camera, cringe, and then I was thinking, oh gee, I've done a few things on clothes and a whole range of how-tos, but I just looked at my complexion on the screen and I thought I really should learn a little bit more about the basics of makeup and just double checking whether my makeup collection is sufficient. So I did a little bit of research and I realized that some of the foundational things to just get like a flawless complexion I didn't have, and I actually didn't know how to use it. So started reading up a little bit about it. Then I booked in for a makeup session, this time at the Body Shop. I have done makeup sessions at Maya with different brands before. I've also had my makeup done with professionals. The thing is that you spend the money for the one day, you wash it off and that's it. So I thought in the shops it's actually nice because you can actually get some training and you walk away with products. So that's kind of organized, it's teaching you something, and if you're taking the key things that you need, then you can actually be very strategic about that. So on the table I have all the makeup that I have, which is very minimal. I've never really used a lot of makeup. When you start to YouTube, you do require a little bit more makeup with the bright light on you and looking at yourself on camera. So that's one of the things that I thought, I have to look into that a little bit more. But I do wear makeup every day. I like to wear Monday to Friday a reasonable amount, and then on the weekend very little. I'll show you what I have. So this is my foundation, and I've used that for quite a long time. It's expensive because it's by Clinique, but I really enjoy it. It works really well for me in winter. Now it's heating up. I feel it actually sweats off my face, but generally speaking, this is the right color and the right kind of product for me. So I've got that. Then recently I thought I'll just buy quickly some BB cream. I've used in the past, and that's nice in the hotter days, as well as during the weekend. This was really cheap and it actually stings my face, so I'm going to declutter that. I did have some concealer, so just a stick concealer, but I ran out, but that's really handy for little spots and all that stuff. So I wanted to replace that, so this is going to be thrown away as well. In terms of the basics, I only have two types of eyeshadow, brown and grey and white. That's it, that will do me. It means I can do just a normal natural look during the week, and if I wanted to, when I'm going out, I can do the greys and more of the smoky eye. In terms of brushes, I've only recently invested in a brush to apply my foundation, which is actually nice, and it's twofold, so a bigger one and a smaller one in the end. Really enjoyed it actually. I've got two brushes for for eyeshadow, so they work really well, and this one is really good for kind of the smoky eye, the angled one. This I sometimes use when I need to get my eyelashes out of my eyes, and this one is a all-purpose one for any powder that I use. In one of my enthusiastic moments, I actually threw out my blush, which was a little bit too much throwing out, so now I actually have to reinvest in the blush. Being blonde, I need to do my eyebrows, and I like to use this pencil. You draw it in, you go over it. It gives a little bit more, I guess, view of the eyebrows, shapes it a little bit more. I only got two color of lipsticks, so a bright red and a pink. I use lip liner for both of them. So very basic lip liner. The brand in terms of lipstick, I have Super Stay by Maybelline, really good brand. It just stays on the whole day, and you know, I'm one of those people, put it on in the morning, if it's still on in the night, that's lovely, otherwise I just forget. I've got an eyeliner, at the moment I'm using pencil, I tend to use eyeliner most days, and mascara. That's it. That's all the makeup I have. So in terms of bringing this back to organizing and decluttering, look at your strengths and weaknesses. I pretty much know how to do my eyes. Years ago I did some training on smoky eye, which I don't really do that often, but I can do a little bit of eyeshadow. I do a reasonable lipstick, and that's it. What my weakness was, and that's probably reflected in the things that I own as well, is that I didn't know how to do all the different layers to have that flawless complexion. So I did some research, and then I went to the training, and I figured out that you can do basically your day cream, and then you have to put some form of not foundation, you have to put a primer. So at the Body Shop they suggested I use what they call Instaglow, and that's kind of a primer as well as starting to make your skin look a little bit more flawless. It has SPF in there. With summer coming up, I find that really important that I put some sunscreen on my face. The next thing, because I'm doing a reasonable amount of filming, which you do need a little bit of coverage for, they suggested I have this foundation, which is clay based, which means that you sweat less. So I'm going to use this one now for the summer months, and I'll probably go back to this one, which I still like, in the winter months. Such an elitist summer and winter makeup. Who would have thought? So in terms of my eyes, they suggested I go one shade lighter with some specific concealer for under the eyes. And they suggested this small little, also a clay-based coverage. Then they had so we've got foundation, and this is a concealer, and then this is a lighting touch, so basically brightens up areas, which is then, once you've done, you know, your primer, then you do your foundation, then you lighten up your eyes, and then the last thing you do is use this stuff to really make it look as natural as you can. Final step is putting a little bit of powder to set the makeup, then use a little bit of dewy glow again to set the makeup, then to put on a bronzer, so to highlight your cheekbones. Being European, I have high cheekbones, so put a little bit of bronzer on, a little bit of blush. So this is one of those things, very rarely actually happens that I throw things out that I regret later on. But one of the things, like, I throw out, oh, I never need a blush, but I actually do, because it just gives that little bit of, so the bronzer gives shape to your face, the blush gives color to your face. So I was meant to actually purchase that today, but somehow that didn't get into my bag. So I have to go back for those final things. But it's nice because that gives that shape. And the other thing I bought was to replace my BB cream just for on the weekends. On the weekend I don't like using a lot of makeup, so I can just use a very light bit, and I can use that on top of something like that primer. So that's basically it. So I have to purchase another 3 products, and then I am set in terms of all my makeup. It allows me to look professional from Monday to Friday. It allows me to have very light makeup when there's the weekend, and I can basically oomph it up when I'm shooting videos or when I'm going out. Hopefully this inspired you. There's a lot of videos out there in terms of how to do your makeup. I won't go in there. I'm basically showing you that with a very small selection of makeup, you can basically do everything you need. So declutter the makeup that you don't need, which is, after this video, I'm going to throw those 2 things away. And the rest, I have basically 2 glasses, put my makeup in there. I have 1 drawer, so some of the tubes either will stand on they will stand on the sink, or I put them in the drawer, and that's it. If need be, I can take this with me anywhere. It's 1 small pouch. That's it. So very organized makeup, very functional, and that's really what I'm after in terms of organizing. It works for me, it's easy to use, I understand how to use it, I don't have access, and I can just enjoy using the products that I have. Hopefully this inspired you. If you have any ideas or suggestions that you apply for your makeup collection and how you keep it organized, please tell me so, or put it in the description below, and I hope to have inspired you. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!